So having good balance is important for many activities you do every day, such as walking up the stairs or going down the stairs. The team at Physical Balance and Therapy offer many services to help improve this ability. So let's check it out.
Hello everyone, I'm here today at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. I'm here with Matt and with Andrew, and today we're talking about all things balance. Now, Matt, balance is something that I don't really think about in the day. I just wake up and go through it, right? But some people have some problems and some deficits with balance. Can you talk to us a little about balance and why it's important?
Yeah, you know, when we see our main patients that are coming in for balance, they come in for three major things. The first two are the things that have been treated forever. They've been treated the same way: strength and then sensation issues on our feet. The third one that we don't have very often is what we consider like the inside, the vestibular system, or BPPV, inner ear issues. That's kind of the one that, with our new rebranding, is what we're really trying to market and trying to get out in the market and let people know that there are problems inside that vestibular system that can affect our balance, other than just the two obvious ones that we talk about all the time.
So what happens when one of these goes wrong?
It can present in many different facets. A lot of times it's you know, you get your classical symptoms coming in where the room is spinning. We always hear that. We got vision disturbances, and we've got issues where sometimes just the sensation in our feet when we're walking on soft grass, wooziness. Everyone out there has got mom or dad, or they visit a grandparent or grandma, and what we see a lot of times is people are talking about difficulty walking in dark situations, like if they're getting up to use a restroom at night and they're trying to walk around their house and they feel uneasy. Even something as simple as getting out of a car coming into our clinic. Sometimes I'll watch patients come in and they're needing to use the hood of their car to get up on the curb. Those small things, they seem trivial right there, but they create problems in the long run, and eventually that can lead to a fall, and then we're talking issues long term.
How do you guys treat the symptoms and the problems that come up here in the center?
I would say the classical symptoms is initially maybe someone would come in, let's start with like a vertigo sensation where they feel a room is spinning around them, or they're at a stoplight and they get this visual disturbance and they feel dizzy. We'll run them through a series of tests looking for kind of a classic symptom, and then we treat that vertigo, which is a series of head positions and rolls on tables and different maneuvers that we treat with that. Now, once that is cleared up, we run them through another balance test that basically puts their head and their body in certain positions to tax the sensation and or vestibular system in different ways, and then it kind of gives us a direct route on how we're going to treat that as we score it.
Why don't you guys make me your guinea pig and let's see, run some tests. So I think you told me you wanted me to march here on this pad, right? And I'm going to look from the right to the left, is that right?
Correct. Okay. So what we're demonstrating here is a surface-dependent patient. So a surface-dependent patient is somebody who's walking out in the public, and when they get in an area where they have to have a narrow base of support, or they're on a soft surface or something that's uncomfortable for them sensory-wise on the bottom of their feet, they start losing their balance. And then what we'd have you do next, another example of an exercise that we do, there's many of them we do, but we'll keep your eyes closed, and we can actually have you now rotate your head side to side. Okay, so now a visual dependent patient is someone who uses their vision to obviously help them with their balance, but we take that vision away now, and then it makes it very difficult for them, and then they have balance issues, falls, loss of balance, swaying. So just two different things that we're kind of looking at there, one sensation and one vision. So now this would probably be the next level up in a stage that we'd be treating you in, and this is also going to kind of replicate what the sensory dependency we're talking about as far as having a foam pad that's even narrow base of support. And so what we're going to have you do is just kind of walk over that in tandem or heel to toe walking, and then make sure we clear each one of those hurdles. And so you'll see a lot of times with patients who obviously have sensory issues is that when they touch that pad, they instantly feel uncomfortable. Yeah, and so obviously this is not our first step and our first stage in treating these, but this is something that we would get further down the line in for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Andrew, and thank you, Matt, for having me here today. This was really cool to explore this balance world. Is there anything that you'd like to send off with the people?
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know, if you're having any balance issues or you even have questions on balance, definitely give us our office a call at 701-751-3001. You can also find us at www.physical.com. FYZICAL is how it's spelled. And let us know if you have any questions or concerns, and we'll get you in for a free assessment.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Well, Michael looked good, you know, getting those tests done on him.
Michael always looks good.
But you never really, consider, you know, how your balance is connected in your everyday life. It's something we definitely don't think about. So it was nice to watch that and see what Physical has to offer.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep it here because still to come, we'll go over the market report during Real Estate with Jeff.
So is now a good time to buy a house, or should you wait? I'm going to go over all of that and much more. That's all coming up next.